crabs. These brown crabs have been caught in a trap set to catch lobsters. Crab traps, or pots, also have entrances designed to make escape difficult. This is a plastic spout type of entrance, fitted in the top of a parlour-style trap. This similar trap has two soft entrances made of netting, but has no parlour section. This kind of entrance is designed for easy access from the seabed, while preventing the crab's escape. This is a traditional inkwell-style crab pot. It has a plastic spout entrance at the top and a heavy weighted base. The bars are protected from seabed abrasion with rope and strips of rubber. Time-lapse photography shows these crabs constantly probing for a means of escape. Trap fishing for whelks is a relatively new fishery in the United Kingdom. Whelk traps can be made from any smooth plastic container, and they resemble a weighted bucket. The top of the trap has a skirt made of netting with an entrance hole in the middle. The trap is baited with pieces of waste fish. Drainage holes in the trap sides also allow the scent of the bait to diffuse out and attract the whelks. These whelks have their shells covered with heavy weed growth. The whelks are able to climb easily up the sides of the trap. They then enter the hole in the netting and drop down inside. They can't escape because they can't grip the underside of the netting. Again, time-lapse photography reveals the behaviour patterns of these animals. These pictures are accelerated by 20 times over a 6-hour period. The whelks are competing with shore crabs and starfish for the bait in the trap. A trap like this can completely fill with whelks in as little as 6 hours. The inshore waters around the west coast of Scotland are important fishing areas for velvet crabs. These animals are caught in lightweight creel traps. The creels are set very close inshore on hard, rocky grounds. They are well camouflaged, are excellent swimmers, and are often very active and aggressive animals. These crabs live among rocks and kelp where tidal currents and wave surge is very strong. Being active animals, it doesn't take them long to find the bait in the creels. Velvet crabs are sold alive to a mainly Spanish market. It's therefore important for fishermen to pay particular attention to catch quality. Spider crabs can also be caught in traps. These animals are quite large, spiny creatures and have long legs and claws. Modified inkwell pots with a wide plastic spout entrance are used to catch them off southern England and Wales. The only means of marking the seabed position of each end of a string of traps is with a float on the surface. If these floats are lost from both ends, for example because of bad weather, then unless the traps can be retrieved with a grapnel, they could continue to catch shellfish while they remain lost on the seabed. This is known as ghost fishing. To try to prevent ghost fishing, traps can be built with doors that will open after prolonged immersion in salt water. This allows the previously captive animals to escape, which is good for conservation. Several innovations have been incorporated into the basic design of trap entrance to further prevent the escape of an animal once it's entered the trap. These act as a non-return valve. Traps can catch animals that aren't wanted by the market. Unwanted bycatch taken with traps can be returned alive to the sea. Bycatches usually consist of small fish, hermit crabs and starfish, together with several species of small crab. In the velvet crab fishery, there can be a significant bycatch of shore crabs that's only landed and sold when market prices make this an economic prospect. Prime shellfish are checked carefully to ensure that they meet the minimum landing size regulations for each species. To make traps more size selective, escape gaps can be built into the design. These gaps give undersized animals a quick way out of the trap before it needs to be hauled up. This small lobster is finding the gap just big enough to wriggle through and escape the trap. Traps can be made more species selective. This brown crab can't squeeze into the narrow entrance of this velvet crab creel and so won't become caught. This velvet crab will be able to escape through the wide bar spacings of this pot, which is set for brown crabs. By using traps responsibly to catch prime shellfish species, fishermen can get a very high quality product to the market. This video film has shown you some aspects of shellfish trapping and what can happen down on the seabed. However, this is not the whole story. There's still much more to be discovered about how shellfish interact with fishing gear.